Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Channel 6 Central Kentucky TV. And we are happy to have as our guest today Brian Mattingly, the recipient of the St. Dominic Alumni Award.
Alumni of the Year.
Of the
Yeah,
Year Award.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Hey.
to you on that.
Well, thanks a lot, Lisa. It's embarrassing a little bit to get that award, but
Well, obviously you were nominated, and some people thought enough of you to nominate you. And
well, if you give enough money to
Vote you.
people, sometimes they'll. If you pay the right people, you can get something like that, Lisa. All right?
Brian.
Yeah.
Now here you are. You attended St. Dominic Elementary, and you then, after you married and started having children, now they're at St. Dominic.
Yeah.
How many?
Been fortunate. I have 4 kids. One graduated last year, so he's a freshman in high school now. But I got 3 others in St. Dominic right now. So a 7th grader, 6th grader, and a 2nd grader. And Teresa, my wife, actually teaches 2nd grade at St. Dominic now. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah. So we've been heavily involved for quite some time at St. Dominic, and I'm the youngest of 6 kids that all attended St. Dominic as well. So it's been a part of my family for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Your dad, Jimbo, did he?
No, he attended St. A.
Oh, because he was from
yeah,
Lebanon.
he's from Lebanon. So he attended St. A. along
And-
with all his family, and his.
And your mom,
She-
Mary Jane, did she
she-
attend St. Dominic?
No, she did. She did.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was going to say, I
Sorry.
bet your mom.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
So
So
we've
St.
been
Dominic's in your blood.
We've been deeply rooted with the school and the church and the community there for
long
since I've been
time.
alive. So
Yeah.
it's a long time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Well, and now, how is it that you received that award?
Yeah, I still don't really know. When you receive something like that, that evening I had no idea going into it. And Lisa, you know my father, and he doesn't get out in those types of activities much anymore. He only did them before when my mother made him anyway. But he showed up there. I walked in and saw my brother and sister were already there, and I kind of looked at Teresa already and thought, what are they doing here? Because that's odd already. And then Dad walks through about 5 minutes later, and I'm like, uh-oh. Okay. So I guess that was indicative of what was about to happen. But
I'm just sorry I didn't get
Yeah.
to be there because I was out of town, and it would have been a treat just to see your father because he doesn't go to those
No,
things. So
no.
right
But-
then and there something was up.
Rest assured, Lisa, he has not changed a bit, right? Jimbo is still the same Jimbo he's been for forever. Pretty charismatic and interesting
Always
gentleman, no doubt.
entertaining.
Absolutely. And but he's a big part of I guess what I do now and actively within St. Dominic. So I even made mention that evening when I got the award that I've sat in the pew for many years and watched my dad put a collection envelope in the church, every Sunday, and saw, even though there were times before, even at the beginning of his law career and starting to practice here in Springfield, we didn't have a whole lot, and there were 6 of us, and even then he would find a way, but he always believed in giving back, and he made mention of that to us quite a bit through his actions and his words. And impressed upon all of us growing up to make sure you give back and be good to the ones that were good to you was the message he always did. So I've tried to live that example through St. Dominic. Obviously, it means a lot to me and my family. Teresa's from the Berg,
Comes from a pretty big family, too.
and it's not like we're moving across the country, but the Berg has a strong sense of community as well, and she moved from there into town, and she went to Catholic school.
She went to Holy Trinity.
She went to Holy Trinity, and it's once you become a part of a parish and community in the Catholic faith, at least it seems like you don't really want to leave it. But she adopted the St. Dominic part of this with me, and I've had an opportunity through my career to maybe leave, right? To other cities in the U.S., but I always wanted my kids to go to St. Dominic. I know what it meant to me, and the smaller classroom activity and just the one-on-one feel you got there. So that was really important. And now with 4 kids there, it's easy to be involved in activities. I'm not doing anything that is atypical of a lot of parents down there, is what I feel like. So that's why I say it's kind of embarrassing. But because I look out even that night.
You're involved in quite a few projects out there.
I mean, I try. I coached boys basketball there for a little over 5 years. I was a member of the school board for a couple years. I was president of the school board for another year. I was athletic director for a year, and that was a challenge. As also was being president of the school board. Because you remember even 10 to 15 years ago, anytime I would come home and say something about one of my teachers, my father never listened to me, right? Now kids tend to get the benefit of the doubt from their parents a little bit. So I would get calls at night from parents about, my kid did this, can you believe that? So that was always interesting. And typically sometimes the truth's always in the middle, but what is a kid that age going to tell you?
I served on the school board too.
Yes, you have.
President.
Right?
So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
So.
And then we had, we're always fundraising at a Catholic church and school, so involved there. Teresa and I have run the PTO golf scramble for a couple years, and then in the parish now I'm a member of the finance committee. Davis Carney is the president of that, and he does a great job. Try to assist him in any way, and then we had a large fundraising project we needed to fix some things in the school, and then try to help get our balance down. So led that with a lot of great people there too. So
yeah.
There's always something going on.
Well, and being a private school with not receiving federal funds and things.
Sure.
You've got to state funds. You're always raising money.
Yeah, I mean, we're one of 2 schools left in the Archdiocese of Louisville that does not charge tuition. And we've always been adamant and felt like as a school and a parish that may even drive away families, and we didn't want to do that. So if you're a member of the parish, we always have a recommended amount, and honestly, Lisa, some can do it and some can't, and some give more.
Right.
And it always seems to find a way to work out. So.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I think that's good. I know when Mike and I had our children in school there, and like you said, it can be a struggle to trying to raise a lot of kids and pay tuition and things.
Right.
And so it was a wonderful thing about St. Dominic, and still is. So it's always been, we considered the ones above us were the ones taking care of the expenses to keep the school up. And so then after, when you get in a better position and your kids leave, then it's up to us to give back and try to.
Oh, absolutely. I never plan on leaving the school and the parish and the community. So, I think it'll be important not only when my kids have left there to continue to give back, and I'm sure Teresa will still teach after that point. I think she'll have to, because we have 4 kids, right? And
that's right.
all 4 of them are in braces, so she can't go anywhere right now.
That's right. Now, where are you? You're working in.
I'm in Lexington now. Yeah, so I'm in the 3PL logistics, in that space now. Been doing this type of business for about 15 years now. I was in Louisville for a period of time, but still continue to live here. So I would travel to Louisville every day. I was with Caterpillar Logistics, or CAT, right? A member of a pretty big company there. So I was with those guys for about 5, 6 years. Went to a smaller firm, and then I've transferred now to Lexington to a new company. Started 6 years ago with a company called Saddle Creek Logistics. So what we do is we basically bring in, because I get the question all the time, well, what is logistics? What is that? So we're a third party, and we receive and ship goods on behalf of our customers. So if you order something from a company called Pura Vida, which is a bracelet company, we actually hold that inventory and we'll ship it to your house on behalf of that company.
I see.
So we have 20 different customers in Lexington right now, about 350,000 square feet. So Saddle Creek as a whole has really blossomed as a company even since I've been there. So we've got I think we're at 46 different locations in the U.S. now. So
wow.
yeah. So it's been
Well, that's fabulous.
been really exciting, and seen a lot of growth in the companies that have been there. So
Yeah. So you commute to Lexington
every day.
every
Every
day.
day. And then we're actually opening up a new facility in Shepherdsville, Kentucky as well. So I'll be over that and kind of going back and forth to one of the two on a daily basis. Yeah.
Well, gosh, Brian, and you've wanted to maintain your home and raising your
Yeah.
children right here in Springfield.
Right.
And of course, I
don't
love
want to
that.
leave. Yeah, I don't want to leave. It's a great community to raise kids. Great schools. Really, really happy with what's going on in St. Dominic. We continue to challenge our kids there and try to keep up with technology, which is a challenge a little bit in a private school with limited funding. But I'm really thrilled with the community here, and I have no plans to leave. And maybe Friday at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'd like to be 5 minutes away from home, but it doesn't happen. But sometimes at night I need that hour to kind of cool down and
Yeah.
come in and just worry about the kids.
So now the oldest one, what's his name?
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah.
He is a freshman in high school now.
He is. He's almost 16.
And where is he in school?
He's at Washington County.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Kept him close to home.
we did. We contemplated Bethlehem, but at the end of the day, he wanted to go to Washington County, and Teresa and I both.
You'll
were
be
there. We don't-
coaching ball up there next, because
No,
I guarantee you,
no.
he's in ball,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he is. He
Uh-huh.
is. He plays basketball and baseball and golf for the high school team. So,
Okay.
it's funny you say that. Bernard maybe mentioned it to me at one time on the basketball side, but I don't think my schedule is going to work out for that. They practice at 3:30, and I've got a lot to do at 3:30 every day. So,
Yeah.
no, I think I've officially retired from coaching. So I'm enjoying sitting
Oh.
on the sidelines
Uh-huh.
in most cases.
What about now? Are you still on the park board?
I am.
The Idlehour Park
I
Board?
am.
And see, we were just talking about the activities at the park now for this summer.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think they're moving me off the park board now. I gave that post up as well, though. But but
because you
I
served
worked.
on that for a while and helped get things moving
Yeah,
out there.
we
and
got
with
a indoor facility out there,
Yeah.
which has been great for the kids. I've taken my kids out there quite a bit. My teams that I've, when I coached Little League, and Teresa coaches my daughter now in Little League.
Okay.
Yeah, and she takes her team out there, and I'll go out and mess around every now and then. But it's a great facility. We always have something going on at the park.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I knew you'd served on that board, and I don't know if there are other things in the. Well, don't you help with the Lions Club too?
I don't, Lisa.
You don't?
But they're actively
They're-
recruiting me. So
I was going to say, surely
Yeah.
Jimbo.
Yeah,
Not Jimbo, your father.
No, Jimbo Carrico.
But Jimbo Carrico has enlisted you.
He's mentioned it a couple times, and
Uh-huh.
and some other people along the way, and he's not pestering me too bad about it though. So I appreciate
I
that.
just assumed, Brian, that was
Yeah.
another one of your jobs.
Sometime in your life, Lisa, you have to tell somebody no, right? I don't know if you're any good at it, but sometimes
I'm not
I
very
stink.
Good.
Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but there are I know been involved in a lot of activities in the community.
Yeah.
And so I just want to we want to congratulate you at Channel 6 for
Yeah.
your
Well, thank you.
award, and your wife too, Teresa, who of course, behind every good man there's a good woman.
So you're congratulating her on just being able to be married to me. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, 'cause that's an accomplishment. No
There
doubt.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah. And congratulations on your nice children too.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're
thank
very
you.
nice kids.
Yeah.
And
We're proud of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thank you for being here today.
You got it. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me. No doubt.